Hello everyone, I greet you. I hope you have been doing well today, and I also like to welcome you back to this channel. Continue subscribing, continue liking, commenting, and also sharing my videos as many times as you can. And also do not forget to press the notification button so that when I upload a video like this, you do not miss out on the content. My good people, today is the first day of the 3 days of demonstration, and several occurrences have been witnessed whereby most of them are not even pleasing. I don't know whether the places that you are located in different places in this country, if you've been safe, you have been in a peaceful condition. What about businesses, jobs, schools, everything? I don't know if you have been peaceful or you've been safe. You can also send your comments according to the situation of where you are coming from. Ladies and gentlemen, today I would like to take you back at least on March when the issue of demonstration, mass demonstration, started. It was immediately after the president assumed his office and His Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga gave the government a certain period to fulfill the grievances of the opposition for the well-being of the Kenyans. When that period elapsed, when after the government did nothing about the grievances, then Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga organized mass rallies in Jacaranda, in Kamukunji grounds, and every other parts of Kenya like Mombasa. And we saw these meetings were seriously, but they were peaceful, very much peaceful, where demonstrators were walking to the meeting, airing out their views. They were unarmed, and at least things were good. During the demonstrations, they were clearly about their agendas or the grievances, like lowering the food prices. They were also complaining about the subsidies that had been removed from food, fuel, and education. These were some of the grievances that they were complaining about. The issue of also reconstitutioning of the IEBC was also among the major agenda. The government of the day did not pay any attention, maybe because they thought this one is just the normal habit of the Azimio la Umoja or the opposition. And it is not until now, when things are very hot, serious, and it is getting out of hands. We see during the period of, let us see, from March, April, May, up to now, the country has witnessed almost more than 80 events of demonstrations, some being peaceful, others not being peaceful, and this demonstration includes rioting, mob justice, and so many things. Police using excess force on the civilians, and you see it has not created any impact at all. Instead of solving the situation or the problem, it is even making things to be more difficult for us. This is because when we compare the steps that the opposition have been taking slowly by slowly addressing their problems, it only started with Nairobi County at Jacaranda ground and Kamkunji ground. It spread to Mombasa. It spread to Kisumu County. It spread to Siaya and every other parts of the country. And as we are going, we see several counties like Kakamega, Kisii, Nakuru. They are all involved in these demonstrations. And it is not only the supporters of Azimio alone who are involved in these demonstrations. Everybody because life is not fair to everyone, and we see if the cost of living is high, it is affecting everyone regardless of your political affiliation. And this one does not favor the UDA people. They are also suffering. And just to take you back again to March demonstration when it started, what triggered the anger of Azimio people, or what made them to be so much annoyed about these demonstrations, is when the police officer started using excess powers, and they witnessed some killings of their demonstrators, and this made them to mourn very much. And from that time, the demonstrations were taking place only once a week, and that was only Mondays. Every week, every Monday, they were rescheduled for demonstrations. These demonstrations went ahead for almost two, so the third week is when the president addressed the nation through his live address, when he promised the opposition that he is going to respond to the grievances that they are claiming, and especially considering or focusing the reconstitutioning of the IEBC. This one was the promise that the president made, and when we follow up very closely, we see that up to now, something that is very unique, it is that we are not even aware, or the information about the constitutioning of the IEBC, we don't know if it is, we don't know the progress. Like, let me say that we don't know the progress, because immediately the president readdressed the nation that he is going to handle the grievances. Then the same day, few minutes after he had addressed the nation, Raila called off the demonstration. Like, he responded immediately. Sorry. And we see whenever they are granted, or whenever the government side has also accepted to lower down their ego for a conversation or for a peaceful resolution, the opposition also lowers their anger, and at least they listen. And up to now, both sides, the government side and the opposition side, all of them had set a special committee, and each side was to produce at least seven people who could represent them in that peaceful reconstitutioning of the IEBC. And up to now, we don't know about the progress of that meeting. We don't know about it, is never clear about it, and that's why things are seen that the government is taking the opposition for granted. If I may ask, when the demonstration started, the demonstration was taking place only once a week, that was on Mondays. When the situation was not, when they were ignored so much and nobody was paying attention to their grievances, they advanced to 2 days. That was Mondays and Thursdays. Every week demonstration was to happen in 2 days, twice a week. And now, since none of the grievances have been fulfilled, then it has advanced to 3 days, like from Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Seriously, this is getting out of hand, and it is even consuming more time, because right away so many things have been affected, not only transportation, businesses, schools, jobs, like everything today has gone sour on the sides of Kenya, and every places have been affected, considering that Nairobi County, those businessmen and women have recorded high losses today, because people have been in fear. Only few places the businessmen and women opened their shops and their businesses, but the turnout of the buyers was very low. And I see, if it was starting with 1 day, 2 days, and now it is leading to 3 days, then it means this thing is becoming worse. And at least the government of the day, starting with His Excellency President William Samoei Ruto, should at least reconsider this thing, because it is affecting us in all means. It is affecting everybody in all means, because considering small businesses, about maybe hawkers and other small businesses. They work and earn per day or per commissions. And it means for today, if they did not open their jobs, then they have put nothing on the table. And so, at least, His Excellency President William Samoei Ruto should at least think the way he had thought on March when he decided to address the nation about reconsidering the grievances of the opposition, when he promised that he will respond to their grievances, especially in the reconstitutioning of the IEBC. And therefore, he should do the same thing, at least for the interest of everybody, for the peace of everybody, and for the nation to be at peace. This is very serious because I know it is affecting the name of our country, our foreign affairs with other countries, because of late we had been hearing about His Excellency President William Samoei Ruto traveling to several countries in Africa and even in other continents to establish foreign affairs, which include the businesses and other things that might bring benefit to our country as a nation. And basing on the situation of our peace and our state right now, I'm sure that these countries are even afraid to invest in our country, because when properties are being destroyed, when there is no peace, when the businessmen and women have shut down their working places, then it means that it is even getting worse, because as a country at large we will lose our markets and our affairs with the other nations. Just few time that has passed, we have witnessed CS Moses Kuria, who has created chaos with the meeting of the people from abroad who are investors who had come for a meeting in Kenya, at least to discuss about the economic progress that will bring benefits to Kenya. And he went to an extent of annoying these investors, and they did not even show up in the meeting because of maybe his abusive language as he usually talk, or his irritative language. And maybe this one can be taken on a slight note, but when you at least put the situation of Kenya right now, because of demonstration, and these foreigners are even aware of what is happening in Kenya right away, then they fail to attend the meeting because of a cabinet secretary who is in charge of that trade. Then it means that it shows that there is no some peace or order in Kenya, and this one is affecting us directly or indirectly. But my good people, at least the government has said that tomorrow the schools should resume and the children should go back to school. And my question is, if the Azimio or opposition is still pressing on with their demonstration tomorrow, and the government has allowed the children to go back to school, especially in counties like Nairobi, Kisii, those areas that had been restricted because they were fearing for their safety. They have been allowed to resume learning tomorrow. Do you think it is safe for these students to go back to school tomorrow, bearing in mind that maandamano are still going on? Do you think it is good? I don't know about that, but share with me what you are thinking right now. And another question is, my good people, if we consider the side of opposition and the government, every side has been playing its role, especially the opposition. They are pressing on to their agendas. They have pushed it so hard because they want to have changes. They want to have impact, and they want to be listened. That is perfect, an excellent job. To the government also, it is doing all it can, at least to sustain the pressure and to make the country move, considering the poor state of economy in Kenya right now. So should they come back, sit down and lower their ego and talk, or every side to hold tightly on what they have decided. Will this bring any solution? The way they are acting, how will this end? Thank you so much. Continue meditating on what we are asking for, because we are here to find solutions on what is affecting us as a nation. Stay safe. Thank you.